research from Apple has revealed over half of parents feel keeping their children safe online is becoming increasingly difficult.
Yeah, it's a common question, though. Should parents be posting pictures of their children on social media?
Well, if you worry about their safety, the answer is quite clear,
well,
no.
I think when parents are worried about their safety online, they're thinking they're going to go on to, you know, video games where they talk to strangers and get groomed. I don't think they think that posting a sweet picture of their darling on holiday is endangering them, but they may be wrong. Let's get the thoughts now of the Love Island star Tyla Carr, who believes social media is just the modern version of a photo album.
And parenting consultant, there's Roma Norriss, who believes children could suffer from being posted online. Now, I think the argument against is, you know, people sort of know the dangers involved. But Tyla, from your point of view, you say it's just like a photograph album. It's the modern day equivalent of all of that. Tell us more.
I mean, I obviously have been posting my son on social media since he was born. I didn't see an issue in it. I think that it'll be a nice thing for him to look back on when he's older. He already loves seeing some of the videos of himself when he was younger. And it's a really easy way for him to see it as often as he wants, for his family to check in on him that live far away. And yeah, I just don't see much of an issue in it at all.
But Tyla, why don't you just make a photograph album? Is it the relations who are far away that you want to share him with, but he can see a photograph album? And I must admit, I used to do photograph albums all the time, and I've completely gone out of the habit over the past 4 or 5 years, and I'm trying to work out why that is. Do we collect photographs? I'll tell you what I did get, Tyla. I got myself at Christmas a digital photo frame which you can email pictures to, so they're sort of stored on that, if you're with me, and they change all the time. But the whole thing is, Roma, it's having these pictures. They're precious to us. They're lovely for us. They are moments in time. But you think they have to be kept within the family?
I think there are a few things that parents need to consider, and we're constantly making decisions, complex decisions that juggle, you know, complex needs. However, 3 things that I think we need to think about when posting kids online are that they are indelible once we put them out there. They're there for years down the line, and we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to change our mind. Maybe our kids are going to change their minds. Another issue, I think, is consent, that our kids can't really consent to things that they might not fully understand. Especially if they're young, and we might be leaving them open to, not only grooming, but things like bullying or identity theft. I mean, these are quite extreme examples, but also we just don't really know where it's going to go.
Yeah, and Tyla, look, I completely get it. I'm a mum. I adore my children. I'm so proud of them. I can't help but put pictures of them on my social media as and when something cute happens. But we were on holiday last summer, and we were looking for a restaurant, and the kids were hungry, and there's a lovely family photo of us in this cute little French village, and my son's got a face like thunder because he was hungry. And I put it on my Instagram story saying, oops, hunger got him, with an arrow to my son, because I thought it was funny. But turns out 7-year-olds, which he was at the time, can read. And he read my Instagram picture, because he saw it on my phone, and he burst into tears, and he was absolutely mortified that I had done it. And it really made me think about the issue of consent. I put it on there lovingly, thinking it was cute and my friends would find it funny. He was embarrassed by that because I was exposing him as having some sort of tantrum, whatever. There is a consent issue, however nuanced it might be, isn't there?
I mean, I suppose I didn't think about asking my newborn or my 4-year-old whether he minds. However, Archie will like to take the phone off me and sort of mimic the things that I do on my Instagram. I mean, it is the way that things are going. I do not want him to be having any form of social media or phone until he's a lot older. But I do think it is the way of the world at the moment. And I just think as long as I'm being careful not to show his school, not to, he sees everything I put on there. He finds it funny. I suppose I might now think moving forward, maybe I should be asking him a little bit more now that he's 5 and he can, you know, really understand a little bit more whether he would like, whether that's okay for me to put that online or not. But I really enjoy sharing my moments with Archie online, and you know, lots of people get joy from watching the videos that I post of me and Archie, and I do like to also see the best in every scenario, and I think sometimes that can mask my ability to see some of the bad things that might happen from it.
Yeah.
But I really don't. I just don't see a big enough issue to not do it.
Roma, Apple are issuing safeguarding tools, including blurring images that may contain inappropriate pictures, and end-to-end encryption to ensure privacy and the ability to create app limits. So maybe you can have the best of all worlds there with those safeguards in place.
Absolutely. That's definitely something to check your settings. You know, we're maybe not always aware of how publicly we're sharing things and actually how available they are for anyone on the internet to use, including the social media platforms themselves. The photos that we post actually belong to them legally. They're allowed to use them. So that is definitely something worth considering. But I think even beyond that, even if we've checked all our settings, I think a really hard question for parents to ask themselves are we using social media to objectify our kids? I don't mean sexually. I mean, are we using our children for entertainment or status? And are we conditioning them to become addicted to this kind of approval?
We'll leave that question hanging there, Roma. Well posed. Thank you very much indeed. Good talking to you both, Roma and Tyla. Thank you both very much indeed.
Thoroughly modern dilemma. I don't know what the answer is.